Hello, y'all. Make this make sense. When a child says this, I was just watching a video where it's one of the children that's doing the transgender thing, right? So he says this in one interview or one video. What's the purpose of being on this earth being something that you're not, right? So, okay, listen to this again. What's the purpose in on being on this earth? What's the purpose in being on this earth if you're going to be something that you're not? Okay, but he kind of contradicts himself because you're not a woman. He's dressing up like a woman. So that's just a total contradiction. You're saying, what's the purpose of being on this earth if you're going to be something that you're not? But then his parents and stuff groom him and allow him to make the decision at such a young age when he's not even a legal adult to be something that he's not, and that's dressing up as a girl. I mean, just totally exploiting this boy. So, but then that's how narcissists think. What's the purpose on being on this earth if you're going to be something that you're not? What their facade is and what he's dressing up as is something that he's not. And that's totally different from what people are when they're homosexual or gay or lesbian. I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about basically when somebody tries to or decides to become a transgender girl or woman. In those cases, I mean, he's dressing up in heels, blouses, skirts, dresses. I mean, the full wardrobe of a girl. I'm not talking about no tomboy thing where, somebody's a tomboy, they're wearing jeans and, because you got clothes where both sexes can wear it. But they're still not dressing up as a full blown woman, right? With the makeup, heels, I mean, all the stuff that you would consider a full blown woman or lady to wear. So, what's the purpose on being on this earth if you're going to be something that you're not? So, if he listened to what he said and his parents was raising him right, he would stay a boy. He would just dress up as a boy because he's not a lady, he's not a girl. And I just don't think no little boy should be doing that. I don't. Not at that young of an age. I mean, it's just not cool. So that's the thing with narcissists. A lot of them think like that. What's the purpose on being on this earth if you're gonna be something that you're not? And they do the exact opposite. When you decide to dress up, because what is he saying? He's not a boy, but he is. He is a boy. The fact remains he's a boy. So when he decides to become a transgender, what they call a transgender girl, he's doing exactly what he says he wouldn't want to do. What's the purpose of doing that? He's doing exactly what he says he doesn't want to do. And so I hope this makes sense. Please like, share, and subscribe. And just pay attention to that statement when you hear people say stuff like that. What's the purpose on being on this earth if you're going to be something that you're not? But the fact is, you are that. This is what you are. You are biologically a boy. And so to dress up, because keep in mind, when you're a transgender male or female, you're trying to convince others that you're really that. That's why you full blown dress up as that. It's a little different than just being gay because if you're just gay, you're not over the top with the dress up. So just say, for example, a woman is a stud or whatever. You still know that that's a woman, right? Even though she might have on tomboy clothes. So she's still being who she is because you still know the gender of that specific young lady, right? Okay, and on the other hand, if it's a gay man, he might have his swag or whatever. Like this one man, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but he's pretty much famous on YouTube. He is a gay man. He gives a lot of advice and everything. I mean, he gives just, and some of his advice is good advice. I can't think of the name of his YouTube thing right off the top of my head, but anyway, he has his feminine ways or whatever, but you still can tell he's a man. So in those cases, you can't fully say, okay, well, he's not being who he really is. So just pay attention to when you hear narcissists say that stuff, y'all. What's the purpose on being on this earth if you're going to be something that you're not? But then go dress up as a full blown girl and then go out in society and people actually think that he's a girl. I mean, because to be honest, when this little boy dresses up as a girl, full blown dress up, hair and everything, I can't tell the difference. If I wouldn't have known that he was a boy before, I wouldn't know that he wasn't a girl. I just wouldn't. I would not know. And the more and more that he progresses, this little boy progresses, and he goes more and more into dressing up as a female, it just looks more and more like he's a female. I mean, as far as I know, he hasn't actually got a sex change as far as his private parts or anything, but at the same time, you just wouldn't know the difference. So that's what he wants. He wants to go out in society and people not know the difference. But then had the nerves to say, what's the purpose in being on this earth or living if you're gonna be somebody that you're not? Okay, but you're not a lady. And you're making people believe that you are a girl, a teenager, or a lady. So what the child says don't mean nothing. But the sad thing is when the parents continue to allow that behavior. I wouldn't allow it. When he first came home talking about he wanted to be a girl, I mean, he came home and just told his parents that he's just going to be a girl. You know, I got something to tell y'all. This is my truth, and I'm just going to be a girl for now on. So if he was going to do that, he wouldn't be doing it in my house. I tell you that. I mean, I just wouldn't have allowed it. For one, because of the age. There's so many changes that kids go through. And I just would have reassured him that, no, you're a boy. And that's just what it is. And I'm not going to be supporting it. I'm just not. I'm not going to be having a little boy walking around making people believe that he's a woman, girl, or a teenage girl. I just wouldn't allow that. I think that's a decision that somebody should make when they grow up, not make that on their child's, on their parents' watch. They just shouldn't do that. I mean, I don't think that that's the best parenting style. People can do what they want to do, but just make sure you're mindful and you listen to narcissists when they say stuff like that, because a lot of times they're contradicting themselves. I mean, and in a major way. So it's just a total contradiction. So anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, I've been on this bike over 9 minutes now. So again, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much. Bye.